Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another demo review. Today, I'm going to be looking at what I like to call a throwback t0rick versus Vitality in the StarLadder Major of 2019 of the Challenger stage. Now, this was a best of one between Syman and Vitality. Syman at the time were ranked 39th on HLTV against the Frenchman of Vitality at 2nd. This best of one took place on the 23rd of August 2019, and Syman ended up winning the best of one on Dust 2. t0rick had an incredible performance. He put up 30 kills, 107.3 ADR, and a 1.73 rating. You might remember this guy that was playing on Syman and Finest and Adaptation and Grond in some of the previous years, but I wanted to swing back to the Major itself and see exactly how he upsetted Vitality. Maybe another booster looking towards the lower tunnels? How do they play this? Very aggressive stance, actually. Ramzik Boss looking up towards top mid. t0rick taking that initial contact onto RPK. They could try and see if they could swing together. A lot of presence down there in those lower tunnels from Vitality. And actually a double pump. t0rick with a lovely shot onto MPK to fall back with the opening man. A lot of information being heard now by the util usage towards long. Get that rotate up. 3 players to defend the A site. You've even had Kios aggressing towards the upper tunnels. So that's a fair amount of map control being taken away. Vitality have got all the room to work with for the long take, but it's how much counter utility Syman have got to work with to put pressure on. Alex has now positioned himself as a late lurk into mid and does catch off Kios. So now this really opens up the idea of t0rick to be forced away. Flash over high out towards the ramp control. MPK to drop. t0rick still keeping eyes on this lurk of Alex, who's dropping down in towards CT spawn. t0rick bringing his attention back over. A slight gap in the smokes towards that long angle. t0rick at least catching the first, spotting further information, and now just starting to work on that crossfire. ZywOo with the orb up in play. t0rick to win the clutch and allow Syman Gaming to win their first round. Smoke down towards the Xbox position. Apex has been legged, so this actually might force t0rick a little bit aggressive. Trying to play around the util. RPK might not expect how up close he is, and even the AWP to strike. ZywOo to get that trade-off, but they don't know about this M4. This could be a very good timing. Nealon even peeking forward from Xbox. So much chaos with the fighting out towards mid. Syman playing with so much confidence. Get that AK forward. Very much on the press once again. Apex making a lot of noise. The NWP deals them effectively, and then t0rick thinks for a moment about making an info play. Was undetected towards that short engagement, walking all the way forward up towards top mid. Such an advanced angle to get in behind this longhouse control. And already for Vitality, they're being wrapped. Now Perfecto being able to hold down MPK. The wraps coming in from t0rick. And this is just a shutdown round. They don't expect this at all. Out towards the car position. ZywOo's an easy pick. t0rick to swing out again. That's his second. Makes it a triple. No, Nealon steals it away. But overall, that is such an impressive round. And just how much information was gained. With him aggressing up towards top mid, they just stack up the A side, wait for the wrap play to eventually come through, take their time in the matter, and t0rick is just the lethal entity at the end of that round. t0rick and Ramzik Boss to work together in this 2-on-2. RPK peeking ever so wide towards that car position. Got to be careful knowing that he's on low HP. t0rick trying to get into position to deal with ZywOo first. Flash around the corner, turns away from it, deals with that first. ZywOo up towards Plat, and another multi-frag round coming through from t0rick. Holding his own, keeping his calm, and allowing Syman to get up to 5. t0rick a little bit quicker ahead of the NWP and Ramzik Boss. Jeez, look at the aggressive approach. Once again, he's got so much confidence on this CT side. Again, looking up towards top mid. Flash going down towards the mid doors. Apex towards the top of the barrels. Does eventually get caught, but it's a lot of information to work with. And just the explosion out from the doors. The B-side players doing well to hold it off. Perfecto with that Krieg just knuckling down, and Alex to fall as well. t0rick being able to offer a lot of that information forward of that explosion out towards the doors, and even recovering the AWP off a dead teammate. Even around that long corner smoke, they end up backing off eventually. It felt as if for a moment there they were going to give it everything to continue to fight to hold on to long. Now it's actually the short actually coming involved. Re-smoke down to try and cancel it. Ramzik Boss trying to slow it down as well. MPK to fall to the M4, and just between the two of them, they've been so dynamic. So much impact to follow. Even the jiggle onto Apex is a further sight of information. Boost up that AWP. Alex on the other side. Apex does eventually fall to that M4. t0rick doing work on the site with a couple of kills. How quickly can he get on the hill, try and deal with one of those mid players? Gets siphoned the vision off from that smoke, so the best way that he could do is just continue to hunt down Alex on the other side might get caught. It's a matter of timing from t0rick. Vision actually being exposed over towards the right-hand side. There's a light up for a moment, and there's a couple of kills again from t0rick. And still expecting someone to be in towards spawn, but needs to focus that attention back up towards B and spot that bomb. This could be an easy duel onto Alex on low HP. t0rick just doing his best, actually going down quite low. RPK out into the open, but it's still more damage coming through from t0rick, and now in for the clutch. We've seen him in these positions before, and how impactful he can be. Waiting for Alex to have the overextension to fight further forward, and that's another sick round in from t0rick. Recover the orb, allow the clutch to come in, ends up with 4. He's now up to 17 kills and 6 deaths against the second best team in the world of Vitality. Apex is giving the info away with a flash over. The boost up towards Xbox. It's dry, and t0rick just capitalizes entirely. And t0rick aggressive towards the longhouse. We've seen this. How many times? RPK is turned around for a moment. Oh, the timing is good, though. The timing is very promising for t0rick's backstab. And this could be yet another massive play from him. Getting in from behind. Vitality have got no idea it's coming. ZywOo going to drop the bomb. The AWP just can't win out the fight. t0rick just wasting time at this point. Pulling more of a distraction over. RPK doing his best to isolate some of these duels. The time is so damn low. And t0rick, with these backstabs, has just been so impactful. Play the clock, play it further back, bring the crossfire in for him and Chaos, and they just work together. What a round from Syman Gaming. What a round again from t0rick. Just look at the Krieg and AK in the hands of the CT holders. Especially when you're up against a buy like this. There is not a lot of good weapons right now for Vitality, and t0rick, he loves it, mate. He loves these aggressive approaches. Down towards mid too. Ballsy stuff. Ends up being dropped. This guy's just got so much confidence. t0rick can get that bomb down. 2v2 might actually have to come into his own in this post plant, knowing that Perfecto's down low. Start repositioning, getting back out towards elbow. t0rick now in the 1v2. MPK gonna drop, focus his attention back out towards long control. Spot out Alex, and now start wasting that time. He's got a smoke to work with. Alex does not have a kit, and it's all a matter of timing. Molly to go down, smoke can go onto the Molly to try and push that fight out into the open, give himself some cover, just waste the time. Taps the bomb again. t0rick not fighting out, waiting for Alex to come to him. The timing does not quite work out from t0rick, but think about the time and the clock, and without the kit in play, the fight doesn't get won, but the round does. Cut off MBK. Should be no way that the scout stays alive. This is a fairly easy pick. Gun barrel's been seen. MBK's low. t0rick finds the first, swings down towards CT spawn, and just farming up the eco pistols, doing a very good job of opening up that mid control. Smoke down, they'll bring the bomb back over towards B, and just not give any respect over to ZywOo at all. Oh, does he get another kill? Does he drop this AK? He might just be able to do so. Oh, mate! Crispy. Very good crosshair placement again from t0rick. Early flash going down towards the mid doors. Pacey once again. Smoke to try and give themselves a little bit of coverage. Look at t0rick flying out to the gate up here towards short. And get that first smoke down for the cross. And he is just sending it in towards CT Spawn. Does eventually be dropped by ZywOo. But my goodness, just the way that he's playing, it is so explosive. I mean, this round seems like it's just going to be a long take. Nealon, the first one to fall. They get a quick trade off from Chaos, so now t0rick's showing a little bit more mid-pressure. Might start walking up towards a short control, try and catch those CTs, relocating. Alex might be the first one to fight. t0rick in a very good position right now to fight off against aggressive CTs. The flick over towards the left-hand side has been seen, and now Alex is still behind at the moment. And t0rick is just pulling so much of a distraction. Alex getting very aggressive, and t0rick, that's just an easy kill. Back being turned, smoke down towards CT, doesn't need to continue fighting onto MPK. Might actually catch him, relocating up towards a short control. What an important kill that was into Alex. I'm surprised Alex even sort of fought that way. And t0rick should be here for the trade, and that's a couple of kills. Up to 29 round to close Syman's 15th. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. Very good spawn for t0rick just to send it out of the gate, just fly forward out to the longhouse. Put pressure on that first play of MBK. Oh, mate! What an opener that is! And just the pressure continuing to go down. ZywOo trapped behind that car position, just going to try and get forced out into the open. Molly to follow too. t0rick just doing everything he can to make sure ZywOo's going to drop. Eventually does fall, but what an opener in that round that was. Man, oh man, what a fun game that was to look at. t0rick was an absolute animal when it came to that series. Full of confidence, really aggressive, making some smart info plays, backstabs especially in that first half. And to think back then, a few years ago, that there is as much of an upset as that. Syman beating Vitality and convincingly, 16-8. Didn't even feel like much of a challenge. And it's a shame we don't see much of t0rick anymore, but it was definitely a throwback. And if something like this is entertaining you, let me know. Tell me if you want to see more throwback demos, because I definitely had a lot of fun with it. It's going to wrap it up for this one, though, and I'll see you in the next episode.